Let's welcome back to the show, Kentucky Congressman Andy Barr. It's good to have you back on, sir. Okay, so what were your thoughts when you saw this? It's good to see you. There's this new ad campaign. It's calling out American Airlines, Nike, and Coca-Cola for putting politics before customers. It's consumers' research. What do you say to this?
Well, it's about time someone pointed out the hypocrisy, which is quite astonishing. The hypocrisy from woke corporate executives. You know, in the case of Nike, you have a situation where at the same time the corporate executives at Nike are bowing to political pressure from Colin Kaepernick to cancel the Betsy Ross Nike sneaker because of some reference or allusion to the slave era in the United States. We find out that they are sourcing from a bipartisan congressional report. Nike is sourcing their sneakers from slave labor in the Xinjiang province, the Uyghurs. And on top of that, when Congress passed in a huge, overwhelming bipartisan vote a bill to prohibit the importation of goods produced from slave labor, Nike actively lobbied against that. So it's about time someone pointed out this rank hypocrisy.
We hear you. We should point out that Nike heatedly denies this, but they would not testify before House Foreign Affairs recently. You know, this conservative group, the nonprofit Consumers Research Director, Will Hild, he said American Airlines shrunk legroom for passengers, laid off workers, thousands of them during the pandemic. They got billions in taxpayer bailouts. And Coca-Cola and Nike, he also, again, is saying they exploit forced labor overseas in places like China. You know, sir, where is the dramatic statement from 100 companies on China's slave labor, on cracking down on democracy in Hong Kong, cracking down on Taiwan? They made a dramatic statement about Georgia's vote law. Where's their dramatic statement on that?
Exactly right. I mean, you know, you have these companies in America who are being pressured and bullied by the far left in this country to condemn a voter ID law, a voter integrity bill, a bill that strengthens our democracy. And yet, when it comes to their investments in China, a proven human rights violator, a country, a communist regime that ripped up an international agreement and cracked down on pro-democracy demonstrators in Hong Kong, that threatens the democracy in Taiwan, not a peep. And so what I would say to the woke corporate executives of this country is, if you care so much about democracy, then hold the Chinese Communist Party accountable and stop criticizing laws and proposals that defend democracy in the United States.
Congressman Barr, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us.